Physible. Physics able. Keeping science in motion, our goal is to bring reasonably priced, effective product to the market so physics professors and physics students are not limited by the size of their wallet. Breaking down the cost, roughly, the case of the product would cost 22 cents. Parts are $7 on top of the $35 for the Raspberry Pi. So without labor, we're looking at a rough cost of $42.22. We'd be selling each unit for $60, which would give us a rough product margin of $17.78. The Raspberry Pi would save high schools roughly $225,000 because the product replaces the need to build a physics lab, and instead of spending that money on a physics lab, they could potentially fund the Raspberry Pis for 21 years for their students. At a university standpoint, upkeep for physics labs costs roughly $20,000, and most universities offer 2 sections of lab, which would put the cost at roughly, at least, $40,000. And at 30 students per class, that's a cost of $360,000 for the Raspberry Pi. Once again, instead of worrying about the cost of upkeeping a lab, you could spend the money and fund the class for the Raspberry Pi for 5 years for both semesters. Bottom line is, cost is minimal and the potential for profit is great. Supporting Physible supports the future science education of the low to middle income schools all across the country.